Sanatan terrorists, Hindutva poison, eradication of Hindutva. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Because yet again, the venom is tumbling out thick and fast. Even as the impasse continues over the lighting of the Karthigai Deepam in Madurai, the issue has brought out the knives and how. Politicians of various shades today from Tamil Nadu declared that what is happening in the state is nothing short of Sanatani terrorism. MDMK chief Vaiko went so far as to vow that he will eradicate Hindutva from the state altogether. Why? Because apparently the protests at the Thiruparankundram temple are not a fight for rights, which are granted by the court, by the way, but Hindutva poison being injected into the fabric of society.
This Hindutva, we should eradicate that Hindutva poison. It is our duty. I am also committed myself to take all steps to eradicate the menace of Hindutva.
நாளை ஊன்றுவதற்கு வழிகாண வேண்டும் என்கின்ற நோக்கத்தோடு செயல்பட்டுக் கொண்டிருக்கிற இந்துத்துவ அமைப்புகள் எதை கையிலே எடுப்பது என்று தெரியாமல் முழித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். இன்றைக்கு நாங்கள் ஏற்கனவே ஒரு சொல்லி இருக்கிறேன். கார்த்திகை தீபம் என்பது தமிழ் கடவுள் முருகனுக்காக கொண்டாடப்படுவது திருவிழாவை தவிர இந்தியாவில் இருக்க இந்துக்களுடைய பண்டிகை அல்ல, அது தமிழர்களுடைய பண்டிகை. உலகெங்கும் இருக்கக்கூடிய தமிழர்கள் கார்த்திகை திருவிழாவை கொண்டாடுவார்கள். இதில் இந்துத்துவாவுக்கு எந்த வேலையுமே கிடையாது. ஆனால் இப்பொழுது திடீரென்று திருப்பரங்குன்றத்திலே கார்த்திகை தீபத்தை ஒட்டி ஒரு பிரச்சனையை கிளப்பி இருக்கிறார்கள். நீதிமன்றத்தை அணுகி அங்கே ஒரு உத்தரவை வாங்கியிருக்கிறார்கள். ஆனால் அவர்கள் ஒன்றை மறந்து விட்டார்கள். 2014 ஆண்டு நீதியரசர்கள் பவானி சுப்ராயன் அவர்களும் அதே போல நீதியரசர் கல்யாண சுந்தரம் அவர்களும் 2014 ஆண்டு ஒரு தீர்ப்பை தந்திருக்கிறார்கள். எந்த இடத்திலே இது வழக்கப்படி ஏற்றிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறோமோ கார்த்திகை தீபத்தை அதே இடத்திலே தான் ஏற்ற வேண்டும் என்று 2014 தீர்ப்பு வந்திருக்கு.
வழக்கு நீதிமன்றத்தில் இருக்கு. தலைவர் அவர்கள் தெளிவாக ஒரு விஷயத்தை சொல்லியிருக்கிறாங்க. மதத்தை வச்சுக்கிட்டு இங்கே ஏதாவது குழப்பத்தை ஏற்படுத்த நிச்சயமாக அவங்களுடைய ஆசை தமிழ்நாட்டு மண்ணில் நிச்சயம் அது பலிக்காது. இது திராவிட மண், தமிழ் மண். நிச்சயமாக அதற்கு நம்முடைய அரசும் இடம் கொடுக்காது. நிச்சயமாக தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்கள் இதை விரும்ப மாட்டாங்க.
If Vaiko saw Hindutva poison, DCK chief Thirumalavarman demanded that everyone who protested for lighting the Deepam in Madurai should be arrested under UAPA for rioting. In fact, he also sought an impeachment motion against the judge, Justice G.R. Swaminathan, who had allowed for the lighting of the Deepak at the stone pillar on the Thiruparankundram hill. The judge also, by the way, came on the radar of DMK's T.R. Balu, who today alleged in Parliament that the judge owed allegiance to a particular ideology. Tempers ran high when this comment was made. Subsequently, DMK members stormed the well of the Lok Sabha on the issue, forcing the adjournment of question hour. Opposition parties united to stage a walkout in both the houses of Parliament, accusing the BJP of trying to ignite communal tensions. Think about it. A court order where the state government has simply refused to comply. Their argument is that they have gone and appealed to the Supreme Court against this original order passed by the Madras High Court, and till the Supreme Court adjudicates on this, they can't allow for the lamp to be lit. So the original order is not being obeyed. The lamp lighting is simply not being allowed. And in the meantime, the people, the devotees who are seeking their right to worship are being branded as terrorists, as Sanatan extremists, and even as Hindutva poison. All this while the fig leaf is that if this one lamp is lit somehow, the communal fabric, the secular fabric of the state will be in tatters, that there will be a law and order situation. So despite the fact that even now there is no stay from any court on the original order, the lamp remains unlit. Today, a bench of the Madras High Court was hearing such a writ petition. It has been filed by the Temple Executive Officer against Justice G.R. Swaminathan's December 1 order, and despite repeated requests during that hearing, still no stay was given. Now this issue will be heard again next Friday on the 12th of December. But imagine in the meantime the state of affairs, that the devotees are coming in for attacks. casteist attacks are being directed at the judge himself. Even the court today, the Madras High Court, was forced to observe that either such slander should stop or the patience of the court would be tested. And this is the state of affairs currently in the country. One side, despite being granted by law a right to light one lamp, is being constrained. The state government stands in the way, and in the meantime, what they do get is non-stop abuse, non-stop venom. Why is the fight for a right to pray being used to mount personal targeted attacks on an entire community?
For the past 2 years, the BJP and the RSS, their Hindutva forces, are trying to make it as a communal clash, want to create communal problems. High Court judge is playing a tool in the hands of the Hindutva forces.
Looks like the Chief Minister Stalin is drawing inspiration from his namesake from earlier communist days and attacking the opposition for raising legitimate questions.
All right, so joining us on the show today, we have Vinod P. Selvam, spokesperson of the BJP. Also joining us is Dr. Suman C. Raman, political analyst Syed Asad Abbas, and A. Sarvanan, spokesperson of the DMK. But before I come to you, gentlemen, I want to go across to someone who spoke of Hindutva poison and actually figure out what is this Hindutva poison and why is there a vow to remove Hindutva from the state of Tamil Nadu. Joining us now on the show, we have Member of Parliament of the MDMK, Mr. Durai Vaiko. Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to us. You know, we had your leader today speak outside Parliament and say, and I quote, that this Hindutva poison has been inserted into Tamil Nadu. This Hindutva poison should be eradicated. Why would you call Hindutva poison?
See, I mean, one thing which everybody should clearly understand is the Dravidian parties in Tamil Nadu, we are not against Hindus or Hinduism. It is only, we are against the divisive policies of the so-called forces, communal forces. And in fact, whatever has happened in recent times in the north of India, we have witnessed several incidents which has caused so much of pain among the Indian community. This pain has been felt by across all communities, Hindus, Muslims, everybody. So when we say poison, probably we refer to the divisive policies or politics.
But he didn't say that, sir. He said that this is Hindutva poison and I have committed to take steps to eradicate Hindutva from Tamil Nadu. Why would you want to eradicate all of Hindutva from Tamil Nadu at a time, by the way, when you've got a group of people who have taken the legal route? What have they done which is extra constitutional, which is poisonous?
No. See, when you call right-wing forces or right-wing ideologies, it is not confined to one religion. We have right-wing forces even across all religions. And probably when we say Hindutva communal forces, it refers to
No, but he didn't say that, sir. He said, I will eradicate Hindutva. He didn't say, I will eradicate violence or people who are spreading communalism. You could have said right-wing forces. You could have said communal forces.
I gave you an explanation.
But he said Hindutva. I will eradicate Hindutva.
I gave you an explanation. When we say Hindutva, forces, referring to this particular incident, it refers to the right-wing Hindutva forces. It does not refer to Hinduism or Hindus. And
but sir,
when we
this
say
has happened far too often.
Goes across all religions.
I'm sorry, but this seems to be a very convenient deflection. If you want to say radical forces, you are right. Also, radical forces exist across the board. But would you
forces
think
to again to point
would you think that someone would innocently say that I want to eradicate Islamists from the state? You would never say that. and then come up with an explanation that we were talking about fundamentalists or we were talking only about radicals.
See,
but when you say Hindutva,
when
you are
when
referring
you say
to an entire set of beliefs.
We refer to, say, probably when we say Islamic terrorists, when we the same vein, we refer to as Hindu terrorism. People use
But
the
sir,
Hindu
Hindutva,
religion.
first of all, we can have an
as
entirely
a ploy,
different
as a
debate on
plot.
Hindutva terrorists and what even that connotation is. But he specifically said, and I will repeat, I will quote to you what he said, Mr. Vaiko said, Hindutva poison has been injected, not communal poison. Hindutva poison has been injected. This Hindutva poison must be eradicated.
He meant
I have
Hindutva
committed to take all steps
poison,
to eradicate
not Hindutva poison.
Hindutva. You are going to eradicate all of Hindutva from Tamil
I object
Nadu?
to that. Probably it's your way of interpreting it. It's your way of interpreting it, and I definitely object to it. And probably when I again won't say, when you say Hindutva communalism, it refers to the forces who are using Hinduism as a ploy to drive a wedge between the public.
Mr. Vaiko, I haven't interpreted. I am quoting verbatim. He did not say Hindutva fundamentalist.
I gave you a definition. When you say when you ask for the or when you probably ask for an explanation, I gave an explanation.
Are you suggesting that Hindutva is synonymous?
It does not refer to Hinduism or Hindus. You should understand that. As a responsible media person, you should understand that when I give you a definition, when I give an explanation, you should probably accept that.
Are you
if you probably
suggesting
differ,
that
it's
the
your
word
right
Hindutva
you
for
have a right
you?
to differ.
Are you suggesting the word Hindutva for you is synonymous with fundamentalism and communalism?
No, again, you are trying to put forth, you are trying to thrust upon a view. Again, once again, repeat. When we say that, it refers to the Hindu communal forces, not the regular Hindus, not the people who are true Hindus. I am a Hindu. But at the same time, I am different from the terrorist who uses the religion to probably to cause communal disharmony.
But that's not what you said, sir. You never said people who cause disharmony. You could have said that. You never said fundamentalists. You could have said that. You never said communal forces. You could have said that.
When you
instead,
you
very
asked for a question and I gave an answer. You can't trust your views upon me. I gave an explanation too.
Because, sir, that has been said again and again. Earlier, when it was said that Sanatan is like dengue or malaria, then we were given an explanation on how the word Sanatan is supposed to mean something else and not an entire religion. And now the same thing is being done with Hindutva as well. Let me ask you, fine. Then you have another leader, Mr. Thiruparankundram, who said that these are Sanatani terrorists.
When I gave an explanation, clear explanation. We can differentiate between Hinduism and Hindu communalism. When we say poison, it refers to the Hindu communalism, not to the regular Hindus, the good Hindus.
Let me ask you straight away.
Go as per the whatever the true Hindu beliefs and.
In this statement, what is Hindutva supposed to mean? In this statement, what does Hindutva mean?
See, I say communal Hindutva, not the regular Hindutva.
He didn't say that.
I say the communal Hindutva, not the regular Hindutva.
He didn't say communal Hindutva. He said Hindutva. He said, I will eradicate Hindutva.
But when you ask me the question, I'm giving you the answer. What did I mean by that?
You are misrepresenting what was said.
I'm giving a clear explanation. I'm giving a very clear explanation. You should understand that.
But you are misrepresenting what was said. He never said communal Hindutva. He said, I will eradicate Hindutva. What does Hindutva mean in this sentence?
No, when he meant that, he has probably clearly mentioned, probably he refers to the communal mindset. He refers to the communal Hindutvaism, not the regular Hindus. Once again, I'm explaining it to you clearly.
But he hasn't said that at all. Anyway, even if we were to take your word for it, what is communal or what is radical or what is wrong or, as you put it, terrorism in going to court, getting an order from court and merely asking for the government to implement it? What is terrorizing about it? This is literally what the law of the land grants these people, that you go to court and then you seek that the court order be implemented. How is that terrorism?
There are earlier judgments. The earlier judgments by a two judges bench, which clearly stated the Deepam or flame should be alighted as per tradition, which was located within the premises of the temple, and they also gave an order, the two-bench division, they gave a clear order saying that in case the devotees would want the Deepam to be alighted in a different place, the decision should be as per the temple administration, and as well it should be taken into account that the Deepam should not be alighted anywhere near the Dargah, which would cause communal disharmony. This was the judgment given by the earlier two judges bench.
And it's not us saying
let me finish.
It's not near the Dargah, and it's not going to cause communal disharmony.
Now, if that has to be challenged, it has to be challenged by a numerically higher bench, that is by a 3-judge bench or something higher. A similar 2-judge bench cannot give a verdict against that, or a single judge cannot go. A single judge verdict shall not go against the 2-judge bench.
Mr. Vaiko, let me ask you this simply. You know, you can
Tamil
make
government has approached the Supreme Court.
Yes, they have. You can make this legal argument, but again, I ask you, simply for wanting to have an order implemented, why are you branding an entire group of people as terrorists? I am asking you, what have they done to be called terrorists? What did they do?
No, I'm sorry.
Did they try and storm any place? Did they try and take the law in their hands?
It is you are trying to thrust upon your view. I mean, as I said, communal forces, now it is you are trying to probably thrust upon your view. Never did I nor any of the leaders from Tamil Nadu, we do not consider, we want harmony among the people.
Sir, you literally use the term Hindutva terrorists. I'm simply asking you,
to disrupt the communal harmony.
You use the words Hindutva terrorists. Mr. Tol Tirumavalavan has used the word Hindutva terrorists. All I'm asking you is, what have these group of people done to deserve the tag of a terrorist? What have they done? How have they spread terror?
A simple explanation. When you try to use religion to cause disharmony among the public, you will be branded as a terrorist. You can be a Muslim, you can be a Christian, you can be a Hindu. But when you try to cause public disharmony, when you try to remove peace from within that area, you will be branded as a terrorist. You can be whoever, whatever it is.
Okay. So your explanation, your views are before the public. Thank you very much, Mr. Durai Vaiko, for having joined us. Let me open up this discussion. All right, let's put in fact that question to Vinod P. Selvam. If you are going to be using the issue of religion, you will be branded a terrorist. Do not play victim, Vinod P. Selvam. The BJP is using this as cover to further their own agenda, and you are being called terrorists, not Hindus, not Sanatanis.
Clearly, the DMK and its allies are absolutely rattled by what is happening in Madurai right now. They are seeing a kind of unity amongst the Hindus, which they never thought is going to happen. The DMK and allies have always played the religion card, trying to appease the minorities over the years to win elections. But this time around, the tide has completely changed against them. This time, it's not the Muslims, it's not the Dargah, it's not the committee which is opposing the lamp being lit, but it's the HRNC, which is supposed to be safeguarding the rights and interests of the temple. It is the officials of the same HRNC who are going against the rituals and the beliefs of the temple and saying that we will not light the lamp. And the police are saying that there will be a law and order problem. All right, the only question is, who is going to cause law and order problem? The Dargah is not opposing. The people are not opposing. There's no one saying
you were there at the protest yesterday. They're saying you are doing it. This is not about Hindus. This is about you, the BJP. About the so-called political terrorists, the extremists, the right wing.
It is ridiculous that someone like Mr. Durai Vaiko is calling people who are fighting for the rights of the majority of the nation as terrorists. His father was one of those people who was very willingly hugging the killers of India's former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. Now he is the terrorist. The person who hugged him is a terrorist. The DMK leaders who were shouting continuously for the release of Basha, who was responsible for killing several innocent people in the Coimbatore bomb blast, they are not terrorists. The people who support these individuals, who want them released, who are hugging them, who are talking for them, they are terrorists, not people who are fighting for the rights of the
Mr.
majority
Saravanan?
of this nation.
Mr.
And they're
Saravanan?
doing it on the basis of the court order.
You know, why is there so much venom? I mean, you are fighting this case in the Supreme Court, that's one thing. Now, wholesale branding people, terrorists, saying that this is poison, and even the judge is not being spared. Even Justice Swaminathan is now coming in for casteist attacks.
See, the issue is this, plain and simple. The BJP wants to expand their communal divisive agenda in the state of Tamil Nadu, which will not work. When the BJP, they are successfully implemented this Hindu-Muslim angle elsewhere and reaped rich electoral dividends. They want to do the same thing here. The simple question is this. There are 6 other places where Lord Muruga, it's called Arupadai Veedu, 6 other places. But they are not fighting to, they have not bothered about 5 other places. They are only worried about Thiruparankundram. They want to light the Deepam next to the Dargah because there is a Dargah. If there was no Dargah, Thiruparankundram would not have attracted the attention of the BJP or the petitioner. And they say he's a Lord Muruga's Bhakta. He's a owner of a political party. He is running a political party, this Rama Ravi Kumar. He says he's a devotee and he wants to, there is no devotion. They want to exploit this small thing which was there for the last 100 years.
If the BJP is exploiting, Mr. Saravanan, tell me this, why are you dragging in the Madras High Court judge? Why are you questioning him? And it's no Tom, Dick and Harry. Your member of Parliament, Mr. T.R. Balu. Mr. T.R. Balu, today in Parliament, he said, here is what he has said. He has said who is going to light, who will light the Deepam on the hill, whether the Hindu Religious Endowment Board representative or some miscreants who have got a judgment from a Madras High Court's judge. This was mentioned inside Parliament, which is why Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju had to stand up and correct him, saying that you cannot question the judiciary in this manner, and that too casting casteist aspersions. Sir, you yourself are an advocate. Now, are you wholesale going to attribute malicious motives to everyone, including a judge?
Padmaja, are you giving?
Only because of his caste.
Padmaja, the question is this. Are you giving a good conduct certificate to the petitioner?
No, I am asking you. Are you saying today that the BJP is malicious and is exploiting it for its politics? Why is Justice Swaminathan being attacked? Because of his caste?
No, I don't know. It's like please allow me to speak. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. If I am only going to hear your voice, I am here to put forward my voice.
Why are you attacking Justice Swaminathan? Simple question. You're an advocate.
Allow me to speak. Yeah, Mr. Rama Ravi Kumar is not a devotee. So if he is labelled as a miscreant, he has been rightly labelled as so. What did he do? 2 days back, 2 police persons were attacked. What was the order? Peacefully do it. But police persons were attacked by these.
Sir, you are sidestepping my question. I am asking you simply, Mr. Saravanan, as a spokesperson of the DMK and as a man of law yourself, how can you possibly defend a casteist attack on the judge? And so much so that today the Madras High Court, you know what they've said? Don't test our patience. We can tolerate to some extent. If it exceeds, we'll take action. You know that they have exceeded. They can't keep on provoking and making such remarks because the courts and judges are not supposed to react. They can't take advantage of it. You have gone so far in your politics as to try and level these kind of casteist charges. Even a judge is not spared. How do you defend it as a lawyer?
Who is making this casteist remark? That is what I'm asking. DMK is not making it. Who is making it?
No, DMK is not making it.
Why are you asking me?
Sumansi Raman. By the way, Mr. T.R. Balu today, when he made a comment about the judge inside Parliament, that is why the Parliamentary Affairs Minister stood up. I quoted to you what he said. Who is going to light the Deepam? The Hindu Religious Endowment Board representatives or some miscreants who have got a judgment from a Madras High Court judge? Online slander is being done openly about the judge.
See, that's what. You are not allowing me to speak. If it is for your monologue, say this is a monologue of Mrs. Padmaja Joshi.
Are you saying you are unaware of the attacks? Sumansi Raman.
No,
Sumansi Raman, Mr. Saravanan says we are not doing any of this. We are only going in appeal against a High Court order. Don't drag us into this. We are doing nothing controversial. We are only following the letter of law.
Okay, Padmaja, give me a minute to sort of put this whole thing in perspective. First of all, let's be very clear that this Deepathun, which by the way they are calling as a survey stone, is not on land owned by the Dargah. Let's be very clear on this. So this is not a matter where land owned by the Dargah or the Dargah premises itself is being brought into question. This is away, 50 meters away. Second, this so-called division bench order of 2014 that they are quoting, the prayer itself was a different place. The request, the prayer in that case was to light it on top of the hill, which is where the Dargah is. In fact, this judge personally visited the place, saw that the hilltop was where the Dargah was. This place where the tomb is 50 meters away from the Dargah. There is no question of any harm coming to any area around the Dargah because this is a good 50 meters away. And on that basis, basically in 1923, the Privy Council judgment actually said that except for the Dargah area, another place called Nelitopu, and the third place, the steps which lead to it, the rest of the hill is deemed to belong to the temple. And the most bizarre part of this whole thing is the Dargah trustees don't have a problem.
They gave their consent in writing way back in 2005.
They don't have a problem. The whole issue, I mean, it's an absolutely incredible thing because, first of all, the HRNC, logically, they have got a judgment in their favor, correct?
Yeah.
They are appealing a judgment which is ostensibly in their favor. Have you ever heard of
Why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? Mr. Savanan is saying we are doing it only because we care for the right.
No. Let's be very clear, Padmaja. They're doing it for minority votes. Everybody knows that they're doing it for because today the DMK is in power only because of minority votes. They get 15% solid vote share overwhelmingly from the minorities. Without that, they would be cleaned out. They know that is the reason that this whole thing is coming on, and now they face a threat because the TVK of Vijay
everyone
is
can see through it.
Cut into the minority vote.
Sorry, but everyone can see through it.
Vote up.
No, I didn't get you.
Everyone can see through it. Even Suman Siraman is clear that your entire argument of, the Dargah is going to be under threat, all of that is just a bogey. This is for votes.
Padmaja, one second. Please.
See, the issue is this.
Any word of what I said
The bonus of maintaining a law and order is with the state government. See, these fanatics, these caste apologists, they can say whatever they want. They can brandish whatever they want.
Suman Siraman has become a caste apologist because he's not saying what you like.
It is the duty. It is the duty of the state government. It is the duty of the state government to maintain law and order. That is the biggest thing. We are not here. We are not here to get comments. We are not here to listen to the advice or his comments of somebody who is visibly with the RSS. So we are not bothered about that. What we are worried about is the law and order of the state. That is what we are worried about. The onus is on the state government to maintain law and order. And the only question is this.
Speaks up, he is branded a caste apologist. A judge gives an order, he is called, he is subjected to casteist ridicule. How can it work like that? You simply cannot dismiss everyone. But Vinod P. Selvam, just to put this in context for our viewers, the entire placing of these two disputed areas, I want to show our viewers, and this is what the DMK has been arguing again and again, that this is where the Deepam is currently lit, right above the temple. What you are asking for is this spot, which is very far away, which they call a survey stone. What is the need? If for years and years this has happened, why do you want to make things difficult? A Deepam is already lit here. Why are you going for this area? This is completely manufactured. It is concocted. And like I said in the beginning, and the MDMK has been saying, this is being done by casteist terrorists. Vinod P. Selvam.
See, certain rituals The DMK in its own petition has admitted that the Deepam was being lit there up till the year 1962. So after 1862, when the British came to power, a lot of things have changed. But that doesn't mean we forget our rituals. It doesn't mean we forget our past. And what is wrong in us demanding? Let's not forget, it's the same DMK under which they tried to change the name of Thiruparankundram as Sikandar Hill. The DMK was supporting the move. And an ally of the DMK, the MP of Ramanathapuram, Nawaz Kani, walked up to Thiruparankundram Hill. He ate non-vegetarian and posted a video of it touching the sentiments of lakhs of Hindus. But that time, there was no law or issue. The same DMK was not bothered about it. They were testing waters. They're trying to see what will happen if the hill is named as Sikandar Malai. So as Sumansi Raman sir had already mentioned, this is nothing but absolutely minority vote politics because the DMK knows it is going down the drain in 2026 and the only way they can salvage some votes is by consolidating the minorities.
Asad Abbas.
They're trying to put up a false argument.
I have come after 32 minutes into the debate. Kindly allow me just 2 minutes time. I have a much... Thank you, Padmajaji. I've come after 30 minutes into the debate. Kindly allow me just 2 minutes. I have a much larger point to make here. Padmajaji, if you have visited any of my friends on the panel, have visited Ajmer Dargah Sharif. Let me tell you the significance of this beautiful place, Sikandar Badusha Dargah, and the Subramanya Swami temple. Like you have Ajmer Dargah Sharif, this holds great significance, not just for Muslims, including our Hindu brothers. You'll be very happy to know that Madurai, the Thiruparankundram hilltop, has been a symbol of sacrosanct with our Hindu brothers and Muslim brothers. The Subramanya Swami temple, along with the Sikandar Badusha Dargah, let me tell you, you'll be very happy to know, NDTV viewers, that many of our Muslim brothers have visited the temple in the vicinity. Many of our Hindu brothers have visited this Dargah. And ye aisi Dargah hai that jahan pe कोई भी आपकी दिली मुराद हो पूरी होगी. The fact of the matter is, what hurts me today, Padmajaji, मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में पैर रखना. हिंदी है हम, वतन है हिंदुस्तान हमारा. But when dirty politics is being played, let me tell you, our Hindu brothers have no problem there. Our Muslim brothers there have absolutely no problem. But when political parties come in and create the rift, it is absolutely heartbreaking. I'd like to challenge any of the members here to give me one name of the Dargah or one name of the temple who have actually been miscreants or created any confusion here. No, there are other representatives of organization affiliated with political parties.
Which political parties? Which political parties are creating the misconception?
Dargah has no objection.
Ma'am,
Dargah has no objection, temple has no objection, so why is the Deepam not being lit? That is the entire question.
Mr. Abbas,
Who's
you're not
creating the
understanding
confusion?
that.
Allow me to answer. Padmajaji, you've asked me a question, now allow me to answer. See how vociferously our friends of the BJP and our friends of the DMK are supporting their own respective narratives here. But let us understand, keeping the politics aside, you cannot divide the unity sacrosanct.
Sir, thank you for that message of unity. But who is creating the confusion? Who is creating the animosity? That is the whole problem. The whole problem is that somebody has gone to court. The court has ruled in their favor. The Dargah doesn't have a problem. The temple doesn't have a problem. And yet the state government decides to not implement the order which has come from court. And that is why they need to be questioned at this time. And also, in order to gaslight anyone who is raising questions, they are wholesale branded as either political actors or caste supremacists. And that, sir, simply cannot happen.
Of course, there are political actors there. You are blind if you can't see politics being played here.
Sir, nobody is blind. That is literally what we are questioning. The whole point and the whole premise of this debate is that it is pure politics which is resulting in creating bad blood in that area.
In Subramanya Swami temple and Sikandar Badusha Dargah, there is great unity. So no level of politics can divide that because it's got the blessings of Subramanya Swami and Sikandar Badusha. So no political party has the might to divide us.
Sir, that is a lovely message of unity and brotherhood. But I will have you know that despite one entire week having passed, where a court order mandates and allows the lighting of the Deepam, it has still not happened. So mazhab nahi sikhata aapas mein bair rakhna, but when politics comes in, you are actually denied a right that is given to you by court. Now next Friday is when the next hearing is going to happen. Hopefully in the meantime, better sense is going to prevail and at least the name calling should stop. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me.